Garage.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, dude.
This is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about UFOs, aliens, and all things weird.
All things weird.
What's up, dude?
What's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
Yeah. It is fine
No.
to see you as
No.
well,
It's,
good sir.
it's freaking great to see you, dude.
Oh, dude. How am I ever going to top that?
It's freaking gotta make your mouth as small as possible.
It's Tuesday.
I like to make big compliments with my mouth really small.
Whoa.
So good to see you, dude.
I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
It's like a butthole.
And the people that are just listening can't see you.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Small mouth. I dare anybody. I will do a small mouth challenge with anybody who's listening or watching this. I have a smaller mouth. I can make my mouth smaller than yours.
Hell yeah. You should go to the UFO Garage podcast Facebook group and post your picture of a small mouth. And we're going to do a small mouth competition. Or you can send them, send your email, picture of your email of a small mouth competition. Make your mouth hole small and send us a picture. The winner gets a free t-shirt, dude.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Oh, we're totally gonna get a bunch of butthole photos. Damn it! I know of a couple of friends that will definitely do that. Please
send it to hey@UFO Garage.
Send it to Joe at UFO Garage.
It's okay, dude. I can forward them.
Like, you asked for it though. You did.
I just thought it'd be a fun little game to play, dude.
I would love to give a free t-shirt away to somebody who actually, I mean, like measure, like if they can
Sends
make
a
their
picture of their butthole.
You can make your mouth smaller than mine. A free t-shirt. It's out there now.
It's out there. It's out there.
You know what else?
What
is out
about
there?
that one person that does send a butthole picture? Do they get a t-shirt too?
We're gonna put it on the t-shirt that we send them.
We'll make their own butthole t-shirt.
Yeah, we'll have two where the nipples are.
And on the front, it's got a picture, and then it just says, "It's me."
So it's like a butthole, and then it says, "It's me."
It's me.
Or it says, "Aliens have buttholes too."
Hell yeah, I like it, dude.
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
tonight's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm stoked.
We're gonna go old school with it.
Old school.
We're just gonna talk about some dude that we found on the internet who has some crazy ass story, and we're gonna get into that shit. The history of aliens and Earth, dude.
Alien Earth history, as told by the. I keep wanting to say Pleiadians. It's not. It's the Andromedans.
Andromedans.
Andromedanians.
Andromedanians.
Andromedamaling dong bong dangs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. This is their nickname.
yeah.
It's shorter.
Yeah, it is. In alien language, you got to sit there for a while to hear the full name. Lots of noises, high frequency noises.
Actually,
Giant blocks of stone. Giant stone balls.
Okay.
there it is. Those are good levels. You got to test it, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Was that too loud or
No, it was perfect.
No. Okay.
I liked it.
Hell
Try
yeah.
another one.
That's what's up. Oh, okay.
They be floating balls of gas.
Pioneers used to ride them for miles.
I like it, dude. I like it.
Well, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat before we get going, dude.
What's up, everybody in the chat?
Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? Anyway, so let's go. Alabama Tide, as always. He's always early, and I love it. He does the countdown. Freaking love that. 73 minutes. 48 minutes. Hold on.
I'm checking the group right now if anybody's sending photos.
You can check the email. Champ, what's up, brother? Amy, Alien Girl, what's up? Chad Smith, oh yeah. Nightmare, yes. We have Enzo, what's up, buddy? Dogface Boy. Tammy, yeah. Here we go. Cindy, what's up, girl? Smoking Joe, yes. Dufon, that's a new one. That I saw that. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah.
The Dufon dicks of ufology.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
He said he's waiting for his approval on Facebook, dude.
Oh my god. we gotta make it snappy. That's our first application in a while.
Yeah, right.
Spooky, what's up, dude? Hell yeah. Solstice Farm, yes. I think that might be everybody. Mr. Crowley, hell yeah. What's up, bro? Grandmaster UV, yes. Okay, Jason
quite a
William. Woo.
Quite a few.
Quite a few people. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Another night on
Hell
UFO
yeah.
Garage. Another Tuesday night.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, it's a small mouth.
So small.
It's so small.
Get uncomfortable.
How does he do it? Hell yeah, dude.
I'll never tell.
The other night, I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, right? And then Ben's like, yo, check this out. I found this dude, and I opened it up. I peeped it for a second, and the name, I was looking at it, and I was like, hey, his fez is familiar.
False.
But I didn't really know nothing about it. It's like a name that you've probably heard around, and it was like, it rung a bell, but I was like, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Ben sends me this Alex Collier dude, and like he starts talking about like the history of like the Andromedans and like all kinds of crazy shit, like where all this stuff is coming from and all these like ET races and stuff. And we were like, dude, that shit reminds me of like episode 1.
Yes.
Let's talk about it because it's gonna be friggin' awesome.
I mean, like, dude, I miss the days when we just didn't know anything. I mean, not saying we know now, but like we know more stories, and like certain people's stories that were famous have been debunked since. And dude, honestly, Alex Collier's story may be already debunked and we just don't know about it, but it's a cool fucking story. But yeah, it starts out with the first video I saw, he's on stage saying that I want to do this every time, not the Pleiadians, the
Andromedans.
Thank you. I'm gonna write this in large letters. Andromedans. Oh, I've got it in my nose. Andromedans contacted him years ago, and he said he's not. This is what I liked about it, because he said, "I'm not the only one." You know, a lot of people in ufology that come out with a really fantastic story, they're saying like, "Well, I'm the only one that they talk to, and like I'm cool as shit.
Yeah,
I'm the coolest guy.
Listen to me. You gotta save the butterflies."
I mean, you do.
It's a good idea. You don't have to.
Is
right?
that how we're gonna break into the speaking scene, or is we have a session on saving the butterflies?
We're gonna save the butterflies tonight. We're gonna talk about saving the butterflies, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for showing up to our talk.
Look under your seats,
and you will see a real butterfly taped to the bottom. We're trying to save butterflies, and we just murdered like 1,000 butterflies to tape them to the bottom of people's chairs, and they're like, yeah.
It is. We did. Okay, it was humane.
It'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is so special. We found 1,000 of the most endangered species of butterfly, and we have taped one to the bottom of everyone's chair tonight. Let's give us a round of applause. And everyone's like, yeah, we got an endangered rare species butterfly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now getting into our talk.
Could you hear the applause that time when I did it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I changed a little setting.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea is like, yeah, we saved the butterflies, but like we saved them for later, for the show. We did find them, and we saved them.
We saved them for later.
The show.
Yes, dude.
But yeah, what I appreciate is that he says, I'm not the only one that says this, that the Andromedans have contacted. He says, I've talked to other contactees that have talked to these people, and then we all agree on a lot of the stuff. There's some things that are different and a lot of the same stuff. But what this particular video I'm talking about is the history, the ancient history of Earth and our galaxy, our solar system, and all that. But he starts out with with the idea that these Andromeda entities are from the Andromeda galaxy, and they've been like advanced civilization for like 40,000 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Was that the correct number? Because I kept running it back, and in one part he said millions of years old, and then another he said 40,000 years old.
It might be 40 million, because I think prior to that he says that there's the ancient, like the builder race that came through and kind of
Founders.
the founders. That's what it was. Yeah, and then like they're just kind of like watching over shit, right? You know, like it's like they don't really care, but like they need like us to like take care of our shit so like things don't get out of hand. So they're like, hey, I'm trying not to like interfere, but could you fucking wake up over there?
Yeah. So what I remember is that the founders were the species or entities. It doesn't really say that the founders were like extraterrestrials, but this race that built our galaxy to where it is, and like had the ability to move planets and moons around, and these little machines, like these tiny machines, could manipulate matter, and that's what built like our Earth and our solar system, and it moved the Earth into place and like perfectly, and like kind of set it up exactly to form life.
Yeah,
Like
and
the golden
wasn't our moon like a moon from another solar system that was
Yes.
basically had like 21 planets in it, and they took it from like the 18th planet. It was the fourth moon of like the 18th planet, and they brought it over here. It was like an outpost.
Dude, that wasn't in the video I watched. That is awesome though. But I do
Yeah.
remember he said that the Andromedans or a lot of species do use moons, hollowed out moons, as spaceships, like we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
But they hollowed out the moon and brought this biosphere and all these plants and animals with them to Earth like 40 million years ago, right when like the explosion of the mammals and the plants that were more complex than algae. So like that's the date. Like that's like right around where the dinosaurs started showing up. So I guess, so what do you remember about the first species that they talk about that drove the moon and parked it like an RV?
I don't really remember. I forget which. I can't remember if it was like the founders or so the idea was that like our planet has been colonized by 22 different species at some point of its its existence. And so
Yes.
that moon was actually brought here by one of them as like a sort of outpost type deal. And then he goes into like how the human beings, like human species, are actually from the Lyrian star system. Like people don't realize that there's like multiple species in the Lyrian system, and a lot of them were humanoid species. And depending on where they had to bolt out and go to, kind of depended on like what their physical features look like because of what stars that they settled around and things like that. So we're all very closely related, but if we were to see each other, we would think that we were aliens, but little do we know we all come from like a specific star system. Like we all come from different areas. But there was like the 600,000 year war when the Alpha Draconians started causing a bunch of ruckus in the galaxy, so everybody had to split.
Keep going. I don't think this was in the video I watched.
Okay, so he talks about how like the beginning of all this shit started, and like how if we look at black holes. So he was saying that there's so much to this.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was basically talking about how the reptilians, the Alpha Draconians, there's different species of them.
Yeah.
How like some have like the long tails with the big wings, and those are considered like the royalty of the reptilians. And then you have some that have like the shorter, stubbier tails, and those are like the warriors. And he's basically like, look, dude, they have like the strength of like 18 to 20 men. You just don't fuck with them. Like
Yes.
we've been told if you ever see one, just stay away. They're kind of like the bullies of the galaxy. And he was like, they were actually put here. They were put in that star system because it was the most habitable for them. And they think that what happened was the Alpha Draconian line doesn't even know its own history. The furthest back that they can trace it is that they were brought here from another universe. They were brought here from another universe because they were causing a bunch of ruckus where they were originally from. So they rounded them up and they dropped them off at the star system. And so they just kind of had to create technology. They had to, learn how to go to space. They did all this stuff, and then they started causing problems for people. Well, since they are the big bullies of the galaxy, nobody can really do anything about it, So most of the time, people just avoid it and try not to get in their way. And so the Andromedans might think that the best way to get rid of the reptilians is that when you're super negative, or like space in general, when it's a void, like the negativity creates a pocket, and this pocket, it starts to bend space and time with like light and shit. And so he was basically describing what a black hole is. And he was like, in every universe, like there's all these black holes, and black holes eventually suck up enough mass to where this sack gets so big. What happens? It explodes and it creates a whole nother universe. So all the black holes that we see in our universe are actually like tunnels to other universes that exist. And if we could like just figure out how to go through, we could get to them. So that's how the Draconians were brought here. They were brought here, dropped off. Now it gets crazy. Okay, we'll stop there. We'll get more into them.
Let's dive into, because you said a lot. I want to dive into a couple of things. So first thing was the reptilian race of aliens from a different universe, right?
Yeah.
So he said I think he said the first inhabitants, like intelligent inhabitants of Earth, was a Draconian species who created, like, they got here from a moon or the moon. I'm not sure if that's right, but they brought with them this biosphere of plants and animals and stuff to populate this Earth. They're like, oh, sweet, land for grabs, let's do this. And they got there first, so they were assigned to the Earth, I think, maybe. But they started out underground, and they made this biosphere underground until the surface was terraformed so that they could live on the surface.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, like, damn, one of the oldest living, like, moving things are dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah, man. And they say that they're about like 100 to 200 miles down.
I don't remember that. That's cool, though.
Yeah, that's where they live, which is weird, right? Because then we get to talking about how, like, aliens would hollow out these moons and shit and planets, and they would just move them around. Like, that's a thing, And you know how last week we were talking about how, like, what if aliens just got smart enough and decided, a planet is like the most efficient way to just get around the galaxy, dude.
It is crazy how much stuff that we were talking about last week
is showing up.
It's like we fucking predicted what. It's not like we came up with this stuff ourselves, but like we were somehow tuning into. I don't know, dude. Like, how do we know that this guy was saying the exact same stuff? I just heard about. I mean, I watched a little bit of the video, but I didn't watch anything about the moon or anything like that. So I didn't know until today. Like I told you earlier, I only watched like 5 minutes of the video.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude,
crazy.
So like that. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there too. Like within that, there's the inner Earth thing. There's Admiral Byrd, who says he flew across Antarctica and was taxied into this hollow Earth and like flew over this green lush environment, and then talked about how these entities that he encountered could zip from one pole to the next in a matter of seconds. Dude.
And there could be multiple species here right now. We just wouldn't know it. Yeah. It's just that in the third density plane, like they kind of just run shit. So like nobody gets in the way. They are meat eaters. This is crazy, right? We are like partially reptilian, right? So we kind of have a little bit of that blood in us. Reptilians are meat eaters, and they will eat humans. That's not to say that all of them are bad. Some are, some are good guys, I guess you could say. But they are meat eaters, which is a low density food, right? And they will eat humans. And the human, he says, has to be alive at the time of consumption. They won't eat a dead human.
Yeah.
and they prefer kids.
No, don't say
They
it,
prefer
Joe.
kids. And if you think about it, dude, I mean, what's the best kind of meat? You know, when you're getting like veal or something. You know what I'm saying?
I've never had. Only thing I've ever had is baby back ribs.
Okay, so you know, like baby pigs, baby cows, like
Don't say baby pig.
it's all delicious, dude. It's very like tender and juicy. It tastes good. Like it's weird, dude. Right? It's weird. But then
Yeah.
this gets into like all
It's
like the
unfortunate.
yeah. So that goes even further. We're gonna keep it mainly to aliens right now.
Yeah.
But the idea that, you know, it was like what 32,000 kids go missing a year, and you know, what better way to keep them from coming up here and just taking things? Well, there's certain groups in power that know about this, and so these kids go missing and we never see them again because they're being fed to them. So
Like
they
taken to underground caves. And
yeah,
shit.
so the underground bases and what have you, and then they so they don't come up here and cause a bunch of problems. We keep them
Ruckus.
fed, we keep them happy, and they basically run everything. They run the planet. They
So-
have their hand in the world, how the world operates, just so they won't cause any problems.
Yeah.
Right? Because they run the third density world. And the whole thing of like humans ascending to fourth and fifth dimension, like, why is that so important? Well, it's important because the reptilians are also a third density being. So if humans were to ascend to fourth or fifth dimension, they can't access it. They can only access the fourth dimension mechanically, which means that if we go fourth and fifth dimension, they lose their power grip. They lose their playground. They lose their ability to just come in and feed whenever they want to because they have no access to us other than mechanically, which means they don't have power over us anymore. They don't have a power structure. They don't have any way to control us.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. You ascend to this fourth and fifth dimension above their reach.
I love it. I love it so much.
So that's the purpose of like kind of humanity. And like he was rounding out the Andromedan thing, and they're like, "Hey, could you
you
move
help us?
along?
Like,
Like we're
you-
trying to get you to, you guys keep doing dumb shit, like
'Cause he-
listening to everything that they say, and you're bringing your vibrations down instead of up. And this is the only way to escape the prison."
Dude. So I don't want to go down another rabbit hole because we definitely could, but the whole I was talking to Big Willie the other day, and we were talking about this dimension, like transitioning into from 3D to 4D or 5D that everybody's been talking about this past summer, well, past year really. And we had that the wonderful lady on a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, and we talked about the same thing, this dimension thing. And what me and Big Willie had gotten stuck on when we were on the phone is like, I don't think what people are saying is that you die and you wake up in a new dimension. I think what they were trying to say is that you still, like, that version of you still lives in that dimension, but the one that you vibrate and ascend to, you're just like string theory popping over into a different reality. Like, so you still exist. You don't die. You still exist, but you now exist. Your consciousness now exists in a higher density, so you don't have to mess with the ruckus, like the...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that's also like, yeah, because then you start thinking more collectively, because he went on to say that the Andromedans, they basically, their system is like a one world system. Like it has to be. That's how they're all on the same page. Plus, telepathic communication or whatever kind of communication you want to call it. They're not using their words. They understand intent. So like, there's no like backstabbing or like anything like that, because they're all like a hive mind, basically. Like everybody kind of knows what everyone's thinking, so
Yeah.
things become more docile because there's no, you can't be sneaky, right? If you're going to be bad, you got to be sneaky, and you can't be sneaky.
You know who's the most sneaky? Reptilians.
They are. They're extremely telepathic though.
Very
extre-
sneaky.
Yeah, they're extremely telepathic, and they have 2 hearts, one under each side of the armpit, and their other weakness is right above the groin. They have a very large liver, so if you want to damage them, you have to damage them that way, but you can't do it in hand-to-hand combat because you will die.
Is that all the stuff that you learned from Alex Collier?
Yeah.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
So, okay, you mentioned this earlier when we were on the phone today. Like, what's the difference between, like, I mean, I think everybody's heard of David Icke. Like, he's been talking about reptilians and all this stuff. Like, how do we know that Alex Collier is like, he's talking to an Andromeda or whatever? Like, I don't know who started talking about this stuff first.
Dude, I'd have to dive into it a lot deeper to really know.
Or maybe David Icke's one of the people that he's referring to. He's saying like, "Hey, I'm not the only one."
Other people, yeah. I mean, yeah. And they could be coming to the same conclusion from 2 different starting points, right? Well, Alex could have had these connections and met Andromedans, and David could have like just saw something funny one day and was like, what the fuck? And started looking and was like, wait a second, the government did what? They're run by who? The aliens are where? You know?
Where are they?
And it was like,
My wife did what?
World order. So I don't know. There could be some connection. I don't know. I like I said, I got to look into it way more to know anything about it. But just the story itself was like,
dude, okay. So I feel like you like skimmed over a bunch of stuff. So that was kind of like a gloss over really quick, right? Like, so do you remember anything about your video about the? Because I kind of want to jump back to like how he explained our galaxy was created with these tiny, timeless machines, and the founders are called the Patal.
The Patal.
Patal. So it's I'm just reading my notes, but the founders, also known as the Patal, are a species that built our solar system to what it is today from small atomic replicating machines. So like I guess they can take any matter and like transmute it into another thing. So if it's like mostly carbon, they can turn it into silicone or vice versa.
Yeah. He talked about that.
So did he say anything about like? I know he mentioned we have in our possession, and I don't know what he means by we, but he said we have in our possession these machines, and they appear to be timeless, and they're still working to this day. So I don't know, like, does he know somebody with these machines somewhere?
I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
I just love the idea that there's like this tiny floating machine out there, just like spitting out.
just
spitting out like they're like making planets out of like tiny little beads at a time.
Yeah, dude.
I love that idea. There's
they like meet up at the bar later on in the evening. They're like, yeah, I made like 12 galaxies today.
They've got like a little hat that has like a siren or a little like a flashing hat during the day or during the workday. And it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. And then like a little vest, like a reflective vest, and they all meet up at Claire's bar down by the docks.
Yeah, dude. He was also saying that these this like negative group, I didn't have a chance to really dig into it. Maybe he talked a little more about it in your video with the Orion group.
Oh yeah, right. He mentioned it, but remind me.
I think it's like I think it's the area where the Alpha Draconians come from. Maybe like Alpha Centauri. He was talking about some of the Greys. Not all the Greys are like negative, but some of the Greys are negative, and they seem to have like the long noses, which I haven't seen a photo of a long-nosed Grey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Apparently not. Apparently they're like not good dudes.
Oh, well, okay.
So like the Greys, they separated like
a dolphin.
They fractured. Like so, some of them went on to like be cool, and some of them broke off and started working for like the evildoers.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Yes. Evildoers.
Like Gru from Despicable Me.
I'm not finding any long-nosed gray aliens, but I hope that it's like a Squidward type
I don't think it is.
type deal. No, okay,
No.
just no.
Nope.
So
I don't think so.
What I had my notes was that the first colony was a reptilian outpost established by the Seekar and bioengineered from cast reptilians. Later, alliances from Orion and Copella. They set up. I have it in my phone. Sorry, but they set up these treaties. So like start. I feel like we're going all over the place, but hey, this is
Welcome.
true form to like, old school. But when this outpost, this reptilian outpost in the Earth, got bigger, all these other entities, including like greys and other species, came to Earth to say, hey, like, you know, we kind of got an assignment too, to come check it out, and like, how you guys doing? Can we stay here for a little bit too, or whatever? So like, as more and more entities started showing up to Earth, there were like treaties and agreements, trade routes and trade agreements between all of these entities, and I guess they're still going on today. But it happened, like, it started like millions of years ago.
A long ass time ago. Yeah.
Millions.
Dude, that might have been how we got the moon, actually, was through one of those little trade agreements. Because he said, like, if you really go to the moon, like, there's shit everywhere. Like, there's like monoliths and like markings and all kinds of shit. And now there's like 4 different beings that have specific bases on the moon on the backside.
What?
Yeah. That's cool, right?
That's super cool. So I wonder if it's like the same concept as the Millennium Falcon, or like it's not the prettiest of spaceships, but hey, it could travel
fastest.
the galaxy in 12 parsecs.
Right, dude. Hell yeah.
I said that wrong. It's got to be a different number. Somebody in the chat help me out with how many parsecs it took the Millennium Falcon. Somebody's got to know it.
Oh, dude.
But like, wow, how cool! I love that idea. Like, somebody took the moon as a spaceship, parked it here, and now it's like they moved it into a place where, like, hey, yeah, we're gonna park here, but it's also gonna help the planet with all this other stuff, so we're gonna keep it there. And like, the treaty was like, okay, well, all right, cool, but we can come and hang out on the ship when we need to stop and get food. Hopefully, not human food as food.
Well, the moon apparently isn't set up for like permanent establishment. It's more like a stopping post. But Mars apparently was. And we've also apparently had a colony up there, and it's been overtaken and overrun. And there's an underground base that's like 46 miles long, and there's over 30,000 reptilians in it now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we've been taken out, and they were saying that like this ascension process and like the shit like that like they're teaching us, like some of the dudes like aren't as cool as we think. Like the Pleiadians, like some of them are like, man, I don't want to do that shit, and so they just didn't do it. Like they didn't come down here and do their job. So like that's why the Andromedans were like, okay, here we go. We're gonna help out just a little bit, okay. But now what they did is some of the Greys have done this, because apparently we didn't even meet the Greys until the 1930s.
Interesting.
That's how recently like that we met the Greys, was actually in the 1930s. And so they said that in order to like manipulate the progression of like our species, like the Pleiadians and the Greys have been going back in time and manipulating small things that is currently changing our future today to manipulate it. So they've been just like going back and forth. They're like, oh, those fuckers went, we're going to go too. We got to go back even further and change something. And they got to keep going back, and they've been messing with history. And so that's why they're saying, look, we need to get all species out of like our progression, and we need to like kind of take a hold on shit and say, look, nope, this is ours. This is our sovereignty.
Talking about
we're
humans?
going to humans.
Okay.
Like we need to tell everybody to go away, because apparently like even the Greys, if you say nope, we don't want your interaction, that they're like they have to leave. It's like some kind of law that they have.
Yeah. I remember him saying something about that. And yeah, like all you have to do is be very forceful and say, hey, look, I don't want you here. I don't approve of this. And they like by law have to stop.
because they had originally approached the Germans, and the Germans said, "No, thank you. You can leave," because they had already contacted, who was it, the Anunnakis? Or no, the Niburians. Yeah.
Yeah, you did it.
I did it, dude. The Niburians.
Oh, yeah,
And those dudes were around during like ancient Egypt. So he was saying like something that like happened that was really cool is that like you see these periods in history where like there's like this great explosion of awesome shit that happens, and then you start to see these like really dark downturn period in times. And he said that like at the beginning of cultures, a lot of times there won't be a lot of ET interaction because at that point there's a lot of like free thought, freedom. There's like a renaissance, if you will, you know what I'm saying, of ideas and thoughts going on, and you have the free will to express all of that. But the minute that there's some sort of intervention with one of these beings, the governments turn to like monarchies and things like that. And then governments start to take over, and then they get really huge, and then the population starts to starve and everybody starts to die. And then finally that civilization crashes and the people have freedom to do kind of what they want to again. He was like, the interesting thing was like, we noticed this around the time of like the birth of the United States and its progress, how it happened so fast. And then all of a sudden, nope, we got tripped up by like money and like the banks and all that shit.
Capitalism.
Which are, no, not capitalism. We know the difference, Ben. I've taught you better than that. God damn it. And all these institutions that were then put in society, you know, that we still live by today, they're all controlled. It's all a system of control. And so
you think they're going to come back because it's getting shitty?
I think they're already back, and that's why things are shitty.
Whoa. Oh, so you're saying that that the entities are allowed to come back once things start to get really, really good? And once they come here, things start to get kind of shitty?
They'll
like
come here and they'll try to do certain things like, what was it? Damn it. What's that dude's name? Where they supposedly made a treaty? No. Fucking
Lois and Clark.
No.
Buzz Lightyear.
No. I give up. I give up. I don't know. Eisenhower. Thank you. No, don't
welcome.
thank you. Eisenhower. Like there's certain people. Okay, so like there's certain times where like it's basically selling out, right? So the issue with like the Greys is that they've technologically manipulated themselves so much that they're like dying out, and their hybridization efforts aren't working the way that they want them to. And so a lot of times like they will trade technologies, and the humans, right? If you sell out to that, then you give them a little bit of power to actually be here, because now you've made an agreement with them and you've allowed them to come here. So they slowly but surely start to come here and extract resources from the planet to the point to where they own it. So the more people throughout history who accept these gifts and shit like that from them, they're allowing them to come here and have more control over us. Instead of us saying, no, thank you, you can wait up there. We'll be there in the next million years.
Whoa, dude. I had so many ideas. So this is very religious in a way, if you think about it, because it's like, don't make the deal with the devil.
Every government, every religion started with some sort of like ET intervention that humans then followed, and it caused complete destruction at the expense of humans, you know, and they got all the profits. Even though we got fire, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and then we got like swords, and then we got like technology
cool.
like blow bombs up, you know, blow the earth up with nuclear weapons, you know.
dude.
You know, we got the banking system, we got monarchies, we got famines, we got central banking systems. Thanks a lot, aliens.
That was the gift.
That was the gift.
That's a pretty.
Yeah.
I
And then
don't
we got
know,
these
man.
assholes living 200 miles below us that just come up and eat kids whenever the fuck they want. I think they all need to go the fuck home. You
That
know?
was my question. So, like, do the aliens necessarily have to come from space, or can they come from beneath the Earth with this?
Beneath the earth, dimensionally, space. The reptilians are doing it through space. I mean, they're like flying shit through space. Apparently, they're like 3-dimensional beings with 4th-dimensional capabilities, dude. Mechanical 4th-dimensional capabilities.
Oh, that was what I was gonna say. Sorry to like backtrack, but you were talking about the Greys and how Alex Collier was saying that the Greys started traveling back in time and changing stuff to like get us on a trajectory to raise our vibration, right, in a good way. So they have abducted people, right? Does he say like admit that they abduct people?
No, he didn't say it was in a good way.
Okay, so he didn't say it was good. Okay.
Yeah, he was just saying that like certain species have been known to go back into time to basically manipulate the trajectory of our evolution in their favor, whatever that favor may be.
Okay, so did he ever like mention the fact that like, well, a lot of people say that the Greys are like they're like half living, half robot. Did he mention that at all?
He didn't mention that. He didn't mention that. He said that, that they do have different purposes and they are all definitely different. So those types of Greys may fit in a certain category of Greys, I guess.
You know what I was thinking about today is that like if we agree that there are multiple gray species, maybe some are tan or whatever, beige, like goo people from South Park. They have all that. Maybe some of them have agendas. Maybe some of them don't. Maybe some of them are good. Maybe some of them are bad. Some of them might be biotechnology. But like, I started thinking about Close Encounters of the Third Kind and how there's like the kids, right? A lot of experiencers talk about the kids where they say, I don't know. The best way I could describe it is that it was like a child with big eyes. It looked like us, but a lot of experiencers aren't able to like go into super detail about like, okay, well their brow line was 3 centimeters above the whatever, so that would lead you to believe that their skull makeup was this or whatever. Like,
right,
like it's not a very scientific observation with like testing and like measurements and things. It's just like a feeling or like
except for Skinny Bob.
Except for Skinny Bob, that one we do have evidence on, dude. I think it's real.
I think it is.
I'm back to thinking it's real. Like, we can
didn't it was that who's that like British dude or whatever? Didn't he have like the guy who supposedly created Skinny Bob on his show?
What? When?
I don't know. It was like a few months ago.
What?
He was like real hot lately. Like he's like an Irish
shit.
or a British dude. I forgot. He runs like a UFO channel or something like that. I forgot. I forget the dude's name.
So the guy that he had on is claiming that he created Skinny Bob?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Supposedly. So I gotta find that. I have to watch it. We'll see.
Skinny Bob follows us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like some people say he might be the real Skinny Bob. I don't know. Seems pretty legit to me.
Yeah, I mean, what else better would he have to do?
We call we call him SB, for short, because we're tight like that. So,
dude, what if? Oh shit! So you know how like in that Skinny Bob footage they claim that it was like the KGB and stuff like that. It was like super long ass time ago, and they got pissed because there was cameras they were recording and they weren't supposed to, so they had to like renegotiate and they decided not to make a deal, and then they came over to the United States. And they were like, yeah, you can take some people. Give us some of that badass technology. And they were like, all right, cool.
So you think... So wait, where did that timeline come from? Because
I don't
that's
know.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, like, what if, if they approached the Germans and the Germans were like, no, I'm good. And then later on down the road, they were like, okay, who else can we approach? The Russians.
Right.
And they were like, yes, we'll do it. And then they were like, okay, here we go. And then they filmed them. And then they were like, wait a second, I can't fucking trust you. All right, let's go check these guys out. The United States was like, yeah, take people. I don't care.
Dude.
I'm trying to learn how to fly through space, baby.
So does that mean that if they approached another superpower of the world or whatever in the early 30s, does that mean that they said no to their gifts?
I don't know.
We said yes. Like, we'll take that shit.
Yeah. We said yes.
Cindy says, and now we have Velcro.
And now we have Velcro.
I mean, Velcro's pretty dope. I don't know. Not worth it, I don't think. I don't know. They're buttons. Buttons work.
Oh no, I've never been taken by an alien. I can't say.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? If
me
I was
neither.
taken by an alien, I might be like, you know what? Fuck Velcro.
Fuck Velcro.
You know the badass LED lights I got? Don't need them.
Don't need them.
Don't need 'em.
Vibes are good, but like.
And honestly, if I didn't have a flat screen TV and LED lights every fucking place I went to, I'd probably know how to meditate and ascend to the 5th dimension by now.
Oh shit.
And that's what the media is. It's like another controlled system that keeps you at a low vibratory frequency so that way you can't ascend.
Well,
And-
think like news cycles. They exist off of fear. And
Yep.
so fear is like a low vibration kind of path or whatever. That I feel like it literally. If we think of like the brain as a machine, if you vibrate it at a certain frequency, you're going to emit some type of chemical like to make you stressed out or in a shitty mood. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's something to it, man.
Definitely, man, and all that negativity, like it eventually like gets so heavy because it's very dense.
Yeah.
So like the negativity, it starts to create pockets. And so we've seen these pockets in our universe where all this negative mass gets trapped up. That's a black hole.
So
Yeah.
all like
So we are kind of like in a weird way, like we're almost like a sacrificial lamb that needs to like wake up, right? Because right now they're containing most of them here because they know that we're just a reliable food source. They can live here, they can do whatever they want to, so they stay here. They're contained. They're not like traveling outside trying to do other shit to like other galaxies and civilizations. They know they got it good here. So like there's the Andromedans were like, yeah, we're kind of keeping them here, so like maybe their negativity will get so bad that they'll just kind of suck themselves into their own black hole and transport themselves into another universe so we don't have to deal with them anymore. The issue is that you guys live there as well. So you need to ascend so that way you're not on the same plane as them when they do decide to self-destruct and suck themselves into another universe.
oh, dude, said so much trippy shit. I'm stuck on the pocket thing. So back to the Alex Collier thing. I wrote it in my phone, so I'm not looking at it. But he mentioned that when the founders came here to create our solar system, within our galaxy, they set up 11 wormholes. So I don't know if that's the same thing as what you're talking about with the black holes, but like wormholes, I think it maybe is because you were talking about that's how they traveled.
It's how they travel. Yep. So they're creating galaxies and shit through those wormholes.
So one thing I in my notes that I wrote out was that Alex Collier, if you guys are just joining us, and we're talking about we just found this dude, cool stuff. So 11 wormholes that connect to different spots within our galaxy, and there's like a couple that connect to different galaxies. So like they're like highways to travel between different spots within our galaxy, but also there's like a couple out there go to other places. So
They go to other universes.
Universes, dude.
Because that's how the reptilians got here in the first place, is they were pushed through a hole to this universe.
So some other universe got so fed up with the reptiles that they were like, hey, they pushed them through the fucking.
They were like,
wormhole,
get
man.
the fuck out of here.
This is a one-way tube. You knew this, and then
Yeah.
and then you went ahead and left your cart in the parking lot of HEB. You left your damn cart. I'm so dang tired of it. Shopping cart. Those people do need to be pushed into black holes, though. By the way, if you leave your damn shopping cart in the parking lot, not in the designated spot, you're a terrible person.
Dude, the next time that we have Lou Elizondo on, we should just talk. We should just like tell this story, this Alex Collier story, and just ask him questions through. So these reptilians, right? Like they got pushed here from another universe through a black hole.
I have
He'll
in
be
my
like,
notes.
he'll be like, no comment.
Yes, dude. Oh my god.
So the long nose grays, those guys aren't that cool, right? No comment.
No comment. How long are their noses, Lou?
No comment.
I can neither confirm nor deny that the average nose is 5 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches.
What I want to show you is this triangle that I'm drawing. No, Al, you're not getting away from it that easy, okay? I want to know.
You already showed us that, Lou.
Did I show you the circle inside of it? Yes, Lou,
Yes,
you
you
showed
did.
it. What about the square? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. He's like, damn, there's only 3 shapes to this. I'm out of...
I got
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to draw anything else.
I don't know no more shapes. He's like, those are my 3 favorite ones. Because they all fit inside of each other. And that's cool, guys. We'll be
It
like,
was
fuck
cool.
yeah, Lou.
I loved that he did that. That was so freaking cool.
Yeah. It was like a very third eye moment, you know?
Yeah. Third Eye Blind. That should have... That song by Third Eye Blind should have been playing while he was drawing that.
Isn't that kind of a cool name now that you know about the third eye?
Mm-hmm.
Third eye blind.
I never got it.
You're just cut off.
Until literally just now when you said it, I just now got it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
deep.
Okay. Dude, so if the reptilians are here to cut us off from ascending to the next dimension, does that mean that like everybody that's putting shitty stuff out there and laws and like allowing shitty stuff to happen, like corporations like poisoning the groundwater and the evil shit that happens behind closed doors, the really rich people of the earth, like that just leads me down this path of like, man, they have meetings like once a month or something, right? Like, and that just goes down to like the Illuminati. It's like, okay, now it's all clicking and it's all. I don't know.
It doesn't even have to go that far, right? It really is kind of an individualistic journey, right? Because the people at the top may have these meetings, and there would be like 7 of them, and they're like, yeah, whatever, just fucking throw it in the river, right?
Just draw some shapes.
And then like we see that, and like then we like unwrap some shit like our gum while we're walking, and then like it slips. You're like, oops, it slipped. You know what I'm saying? And like you just don't think about it, right? But like you're doing all these negative things and not even thinking about it. And so it's not so much that like it's their fault.
Right.
It's like monkey see, monkey do. Like you just get the negative attitude, and then you stack on, well, I don't give a fuck, and then you stack on more negative shit, and then you start desensitizing yourself to things like certain types of violences and all kinds of shit. So then you become real desensitized. You become very heavy. You become very dense. You're not a very light thinker. You know what I'm saying? You're not staying positive, and that's how it just brings you down. You kind of are like what you consume all the time, and if you're it just kind of depends on like what you're into, some people just hold a more negative vibration without even realizing it.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily like a planned thing. It's almost like, going back to religion, man. It's like in Christianity, they teach that all humans are innately evil. Like that's why you try to baptize babies before they're even they even know that they have a face and they're a human with a body and stuff, like to try to save their soul. And like, it just, I think that makes sense for me, is because like it doesn't mean for me that every human's innately like gonna make bad choices, but I guess it's what you're saying, like you make one, you make another, and it feels good, and you're like, I'm lazy and let's just do this.
Or it just becomes part of culture, right?
Or culture, yeah.
He made a reference that like you see something like, like there was a murder today, blah blah blah, some street. It's on the news. And you're like, man, that's unfortunate, right? What's on Channel 7? Like,
yeah, like so that maybe that's the definition of free will, is like saying, hey, yeah, I can't really like become a millionaire tomorrow, but I can choose to not surround myself with negativity all day and like lean into gossip and shit.
Yeah, it's like a personal thing that you could do, individually, right? Raising your vibration. If we all did it individually, it would become collectively, and then you have a higher vibration. But I mean, like some people, it's easier for some people than it is for others, right? it doesn't mean that if you want to have a high vibration, you got to become like a vegan, right? You can still eat meat if you want to. It's gonna be a
Like
little
a
more
little bit.
difficult. Yeah,
Like
it's
once a
gonna be
week, like a
a
steak a
little
week.
more a little more difficult, right? Because it's a low vibrational food. But it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It seems more of like a mindset type thing than anything.
Yeah.
If you ask me, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Just a thought. I used to eat a lot of steak, like a lot, dude. And I guess it's like past like 6 months or whatever. Shit's been going really good. Like my daughter was born, and like I feel like I've been just like really positive the last like 6 months or so, and I've eaten like way less meat because I haven't even like craved it. Like I haven't wanted it like at all.
Yep.
Like I'll eat maybe a steak like maybe once a month, and it's very good. I don't even crave barbecue anymore, which that used to be my freaking crutch. Like I fucking love barbecue, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing that I've noticed, but like I don't know. Just thinking about like eating a steak right now sounds awesome. I would love to have a steak, but like I don't like constantly like crave
Need
it all
it.
the time like I used to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, maybe there's something to do with it. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll ever become vegan though.
No, hell no. What the fuck? That's some low dimensional vibrational shit, dude.
To choose to only like I'm not gonna even think about it. Like maybe you're like so far against the like cross the line that's
so-
low vibration.
Yeah, you're so negative about your veganism towards everybody else.
The moment you start talking about it at the Thanksgiving table,
Listen to me, fucker. My vibrations are so high right now, you can't even hang.
Mom.
Take that, Mom. You don't know shit about vibrations, do you?
Now hand me that turkey gravy.
Yeah.
Dude, turkey gravy is the best gravy. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's so good.
It's so gosh darn good.
It's real good.
Dude, we're at the top of where we made it an hour. Do you want to look at some more? I forgot to even show some of these photos, man.
Yeah, we can show a couple of photos.
These photos, man. They're of Joe's butthole.
No, those are my lips.
Oh. So that's the dude.
That's the
That's
man.
dude. This is, he
He took this picture at the mall.
it's his LinkedIn profile. Those are the. I'm gonna do it again. I cannot. Andromedans. Jeez, man.
Supposedly.
Andromedans.
Yeah. Hell if I know.
Some are like silverish. Some are blue with a like a very sneaky yet sexy smile. I don't know. That's a goo person from South Park. It has to be, dude. He looks like he sells peanut butter.
Is that the build? Are those the builders?
Hey, do you guys do you like chunky or smooth? It might. Oh no, it could be a builder. I just googled Andromedans.
See, this is what always like messes me up, right? The last picture was a blue and a silver thing. The next picture is this mini-me looking thing. Like,
Hey,
are they that different? You know?
not really, dude.
They just
I don't
look
know.
like they're definitely from two separate places.
They
Right?
got those big eyes, yeah. I don't know. This guy looks like he wants to sell me a car with his turtleneck. I don't know. I'm focusing on. Well, they actually have turtlenecks too. Maybe they are from the same place. I don't know. They seem nice, all of them.
It's kind of like in the first Batman, you know, how the Joker, you know, he paints his face to like face color. You know, Jack Nicholson, how he like
Yeah.
his face is white, you know,
Right.
but like he has to paint his face like regular face color pigment, so he fits in with everybody else when he's out in public.
I don't think I watched that movie then.
Dude,
Is that like the old Jack Nicholson Batman where he's
Yeah, where
didn't
he's the Joker. Yeah, he falls into that tub, and then like when he gets out, his face is all like white and shit, and then so he ends up like having to like paint skin color on his face, And so like when he sweats and he's going all crazy and shit, you can see it like wiping off, and so you see the white poking through, and it makes him look all crazy and stuff. Yeah, dude.
Cool. I need to watch that movie.
Yeah, with Bruce Willis and yeah.
Bruce Willis is in it. Damn.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
he's Batman.
Okay, I gotta watch that movie. I've missed a lot. Homegirl from the Fifth Element. Is this one? Remember Fifth Element? Oh, you weren't looking.
That no, that's not her.
She reminds me of the
That's
chick off of the
That's
Fifth.
a boy. That's a
Oh,
boy from Andromeda.
I thought this was a chick. She's wearing makeup.
No, it says the
Like
no. The
lipstick.
title of the book is the
Oh,
boy
it says the boy.
from Andromeda.
I should have saw that.
Here. Sorry, I'm looking at. I'm sorry, dude. It's Michael Keaton. My bad. Not fucking Bruce Willis. My bad. I meant
Bruce
to-
Willis is
He's the Fifth Element guy.
he is the villain. Oh wait! Don't. Last time we played something on YouTube. Censorship. Anyway, what's next? Oh, is that all I got? Oh, okay. So this is a star constellation of Andromedan stars, which is kind of cool. I don't know
Yeah,
that much
dude.
about it, but I thought it was cool that it says the triangulum. I just love that word, triangulum.
Cassius Triangulum.
Is
Is that so? Like when you flip it, is that
looking back at Earth? Is that what you're asking?
is that Orion's belt right there? Right? Is that the if you flip it, that's the guy, right?
I don't think because Orion's belt is like horizontal, and then he has a bow. I don't think this is Orion.
Yeah, but like if you look at it like this,
I mean, yeah, there's 3 stars there.
and he's totally
Maybe.
holding something in front of him, right?
I think you could be right. I don't know though. I have
Maybe
no.
it's-
I have no idea.
Maybe it's,
I'm not
it's-
saying I don't
maybe
know.
it's
as
from
in,
their
like, I think you're wrong.
perspective.
That's what I was thinking. It was like looking back at Earth from their perspective.
Maybe, dude.
Shit. All right, we don't know enough, but that's zoomed out version.
It's in Cassiopeia.
P, and then, I mean, dude, it'd be totally cool if she came and hung out with us.
All I'm saying is that all the
She looks
pictures
cool.
look different.
Yeah.
Why don't they just ask Alex Collier what they look like?
I don't know why they don't.
Why are
They're
they all these
idiots.
different interpretations of what they look like? Come on, dude.
I don't know, man.
If we've seen them, we should have a picture.
We should have a picture.
We should have a picture of them.
Do you think the reason why we don't have like crystal clear photos, other than Skinny Bob, of aliens is because of that whole time manipulation thing? With if any photo comes out, any clear photo of UFOs or craft or ET comes out, like they're gonna know about it and change time, right?
I mean, yeah, it could, but they could also just stand still for a second, you know?
Well, in that timeline, they probably did let it happen, and then we're in the timeline where they fixed it.
Oh,
We're only
yeah.
conscious in that timeline.
Yeah, that's possible.
So like that timeline still exists, but like anytime you change time, I guess with that theory like of there's probably a name for it, but like it still goes on. Like it still happens, and who knows what happened after everybody saw a photo of an alien or UFO like clearly.
Yeah,
You know, maybe we'll live that out and then just see what happens. But
it'd be dope. I'd like
this-
to get a picture of an alien clearly.
That'd be so cool, dude. That'd be so cool. If they're made out of light, though, it's really hard to capture. Like, it's hard to take photos of light. You know?
To see thee more clearly, to hear thee more
good-
nearly.
More gooder. Wait, that was actually good. What is that? Is that a poem?
It's a song, but it's also a quote from Meet the Parents when he's sitting at the table, and they're like, "Greg, you want to say a prayer?" And they're like, "Oh, Greg's Jewish, Dad." And he's like, "No, it's cool. I mean, you know, we still pray." He's like, thank you for this food. And he's like, we hope to
see thee.
see thee more nearly, to hear thee more clearly,
It's
to love thee more dearly. Yeah.
It's like the best. That's the best. Like when like the person doing the prayer doesn't know, like it's all like repetitive stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like you know it when the person's like not like this is my first time, or maybe I don't do it often.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Like sometimes I'll go to family functions. They'll be like, Joe, you want to say the prayer? And I'm
Dude,
like,
same. My mom does that to me all the time, bro.
I'm like, no.
She did it to me during Thanksgiving one year, and I made a big deal out of it. I didn't get mad. I was just like, I showered down on it. I was like, good Lord, we come here today. Like she had guests over that like none of us knew. She was like, I'm having. It was the woman that sewed her custom drapery, like her drapes. So she was like a friend of a friend that was like lonely for the Thanksgiving. She was a very nice lady, but she was very embarrassed and
That's how
did
you
not
get them
ask me.
deals.
She hasn't asked me to do it ever since. So
Dude,
it worked.
my on one of the sides of my family, dude, we they always like bust out like at Christmas time. They always bust out like these little snippets from the Bible, and we got to read them.
Okay.
And every year, I always change words to like Star Wars format, and I read it. Yeah,
I mean, like Yoda format.
yeah, I do everything like in Star Wars. I talk about like the evil empire. I talk about like Tatooine and like all these different places. Like when they talk about being in heaven, or it's like like whatever.
So give me examples. So like you get like an excerpt from the Bible. It's like
Yeah, it'll talk about like it'll kind of be like say like it'll talk about like Pontius Pilate or whatever. Or it'll be talking about like they're about to put Jesus to death and stuff like that. And and I'll talk about like the emperor and like how the rebellion needs to stand up, to the empire. It's shit like
that's
that.
genius.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that so much, dude. I might have to steal that, or maybe we'll combine our Thanksgiving so we can dude, it'd be so funny. Like I want to do Yoda's voice and read off a scripture. See, I don't even know the terms of the
Yeah,
the
there's
psalm, the palms, the
Psalms, scriptures. I think they're different.
Oh, psalms are like songs.
Psalms are songs.
That don't
no,
rhyme.
those are hymns, and they can be found in the hymnal.
But what are psalms though?
Psalms are the things that they say before the hymns. So they do the what was the first one that we said?
Psalms.
Not Psalms. It was the
Scripture.
Scripture. Yeah, they read from the scripture, and then they do the psalm before you get into the hymns. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, dude. That's
It
what's
makes
up.
total sense.
It does. Now that I think about it, thank you. Shit, dude. All right. Well,
Well, we need to
uh,
like get more. We need to dive into this way deeper and do another episode.
well, if we can get him to email us back, then we won't have a situation like we did with Chris Bledsoe, or we did an episode on him and then met him, and we missed it. We got a bunch of stuff wrong.
Oh, we got it all right, dude.
We did. We were just very, very goofy that episode. We were.
But it's true. It's not wrong.
We were having fun with it. We just didn't know. We didn't know how big of a deal it was. Oh, leave us alone.
Oh, dude. I had a bunch of NyQuil that day. I had like
Dayquil or NyQuil during the day?
well, I didn't have any Dayquil. And so I drank some NyQuil because like I was getting all stuffy. Like in that episode, you can hear me like sniffling a lot. And I was getting real stuffy. So like, and then on top of the beers, that I had. So like
we also smoked.
shit.
Did we get high or no?
I don't know if we hit it or not.
Maybe because we definitely got the giggles though. We've only been high for like 2 episodes, and I think that might have, if any of the ones I would.
That might have
bank.
been one.
That might have been the one. Yeah.
It is because we did the whole
The mispronunciation.
the mispronunciation
the
stuff.
Hallmark? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
that's right.
laughed way too hard. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
It was that one, and then we were talking about the pizza, the mustache pizza.
Yeah.
Remember, dude? Oh fuck, dude.
Like when you listen back, it's like okay, we were definitely high for that one. Yeah. We
I
must-
see where this is going, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what these fellas develop into. Hell yeah.
45 minutes into it, and we're like, okay, let's talk about the Chris Bledsoe story. All right, so
Fine.
Alex Collier, if you're listening, dude, which
Go look it
chances
up.
are you're not.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's fun. It's fun to listen to. It is fun as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if what he's saying is true at all, but it's so much fun to listen to.
I know, I
And
love it.
sometimes you need a break, like from all the
New-
stuff.
The stuff that's like actually happening. I did that in air quotes for those just listening. You
Yeah,
know,
the news stuff.
The news cycle that's happening now. It's like, man, I just want to have fun and like talk about like whacked out shit that like inspires ideas and stuff. You know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Because, like, now I've been seeing that new article, and, like, the Pentagon released, like, 1,500 pages of stuff. And, like, the big thing is, like, the physical evidence that it leaves and, like, how people have had, like, radiation burns and loss of hair and eyesight malfunction. It's like, no shit. Again. Like,
People have
Thanks.
been experiencers have been saying that. I don't know. It's like one of those catch-22s. It's like I'm really happy that there's some vindication happening. Like finally, yeah.
yeah. But then it's like, are we all just going to grab on to the most obvious shit possible? Like, hey, you know how people have been saying this for a long ass time? Here it is. Like, it's almost just like a thing that you have to, like, hold up in front of your friends. Like, that's
Yeah.
all these Pentagon reports are. They're like, look, the Pentagon said it. Like, it's like the only leverage that you get now, right?
Yeah.
It's still the
frustrating.
same shit you've been talking about for years. Now you just get to hold up a piece of paper as like, yeah, the Pentagon said it too.
Also,
And then your friends think you're dumb even more because then they're like, what the fuck do you know about the Pentagon? And you're like, well, I mean, nothing. I'm just saying that they wrote a report. I know you don't get lost in a parking lot. They don't find that very funny. They will fucking escort you out there real fast, especially if they know you don't know where you're going.
if you're driving a suspiciously brown vehicle, like a very rusted vehicle that is also a van making very loud noises, they will find you immediately.
Yeah. They follow the smoke trail, dude.
There's another rusted out brown van that's driving in circles, and they keep looking out the window at us. Like,
It says,
painting a
the
picture.
Lone Rangers on the side.
It says inconspicuous. It's on the side. I think they think
doesn't
that
make
their
any
windows. I think they think that their windows are a lot more tinted than they know, and like the windows are like rolled down. We're like driving by, like,
Do anybody see us?
Hey, what are you guys doing in there? Hey,
We're looking for aliens.
are they here?
I'm here to talk to that fucking guy that keeps writing these reports.
like I mean, yeah, I do. I want to talk to the guy. There's got to be one guy that's in charge of. Okay, send it to Stanley. He'll make it. Okay, we're letting this out. Everybody, we're in agreement. Okay, send it to Stanley.
So like they say, okay, look, there's stuff in the sky, low observables. You know, yeah, they're there. They're in airspace. We got
Who
that.
writes it
Cool.
up? Not the generals. They're not
and,
writing
and,
it
and
up.
now we get the next one. And it's like, you remember that shit we said was flying in the sky? Well, now you lose your hair if you get close to them, and you get radiation burns, and it's
you
like,
might have like
it's like,
irreversible brain trauma.
okay, so like we need to get that report that's like, okay, we saw one, this is where it came from, and this is what it looked like.
So
That's the one we need.
yeah.
We saw one,
Yeah.
We saw one. That's what we need. We saw it. We saw something. It doesn't matter. They could be like, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it came out of a spaceship, right? Or like it teleported in front of me, like whatever. We just need to hear we saw one.
Or just written in plain English, like, yeah. Here's the photo. This is what we saw. We don't know
The two most important documents in United States history: We the People and We Saw One.
Yeah,
They're gonna be right next to each other. The
It's a
Constitution
dope
and-
sequel. That's a great sequel.
And then the day that they released that they saw an alien.
Then you'll know that you're in that timeline, that the Greys weren't allowed to go back and change time because they allowed us to see it.
Yeah.
So real quick before we move on, is that report you were talking about, the 1,500-page report that was released recently, like a couple weeks ago, about the radiation burns and like the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So it was reportedly released via FOIA request from the Pentagon to the Sun in this news outlet, but the report itself, you can't find it online. I even tweeted about it, and a couple people sent me some links that are not. I mean, they're not the 1,500-page report. There was a couple, and I do. Hey, if you're listening and you did send me that, thank you. But I mean, that report has to exist somewhere.
I didn't see it either. I was
Yeah,
looking
you
for
can't
links
find it.
and shit.
Look
Yeah,
for
it was.
You get stuck in a news link loop, dude. You never find the actual report, which is very frustrating me.
Yep.
Frustrating.
Yep. I crossed that exact same bridge. And then I watched something with like Jeremy Corbell, and he was like, yeah, George Knapp, who said all this in the 80s. Anyways, the Pentagon came out with a report, and it says exactly what George Knapp said in the 80s. Now, this is why it's important. He went in like Jeremy Corbell mode. He was like, I got some shit to say. Everybody shut the fuck up and listen to me. I got this sweet-ass beard, and I want to tell you something through it. All right?
He's
such a well-spoken dude.
He's so well spoken. Also, did you see his background in the video? Like, bro, dope background. You got that typewriter and the big ass safe, bro. That is sick. I want to
he was
know
like-
how many.
He's like, as soon as I get off this interview, I'm going to type some shit and put it in that safe.
Today, dear diary,
We saw one.
it's me. It's me again. Psst, 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 psst. Hey, psst, psst. Hey, it's me. It's me, Jeremy. It's me, JC.
What if
What are you doing?
What if like 800 years in the future, somebody finds that safe and they crack it open, and they look at, there's thousands of pages, and they're like, every page starts with psst, 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 hey, psst.
It's me.
It's me,
It's me again.
JC.
Sweet baby JC.
I was talking about aliens today, and
I told him I did it.
I saw one.
Dude, I just I love his backgrounds. His backgrounds are fucking cool. He has good props, and he's got cool clothes too.
I wish he would send us an email that said,
Me too.
"Psst, psst, psst, psst. Hey baby, hey Ben and Joe,
Hey papa.
psst, psst.
Hey papa. Chip 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 chip.
What are you dorks up to?"
Hey,
Nothing, man. We just want to talk to you.
we just wanted you to come on our podcast. We've been
I
asking
just
you.
want to hang out and talk about your movies and shit. Just want to talk about aliens and shit.
Just talk to us about aliens. Psst.
Heck, you come on and talk to us about aliens and your favorite MMA moves, dude.
What does MMA stand for?
Mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. Okay. So it's out of order. You don't know which coming first.
It's mixed.
It's mixed. That was not a planned joke or anything. I'm just literally just saying shit. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah,
Me too.
dude. All right. Like everybody's like, psst.
All right, dude, this was fun, man. Let's see if Alex Collier gets back to us. We sent many emails today. We warned him that we would do this show about him. And, well, he didn't get back to us. So we may have got some stuff wrong.
We sent him a warning email that we would be sending him many emails before we sent them any emails.
And then I will send him a very nice, soft paper letter.
It'll be very strongly worded, but it'll be nice.
And it smelled good, too. It smelled good.
Hell yeah. All right, dude.
All right, bro.
I'll see you on Thursday, man.
Hey, dude, see you on Thursday. Michael Gutierrez is our guest. I'm excited to talk to you. I haven't put the thumbnail together, but I will do that ASAP. And it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Hell
What's
yeah,
up, dude? Well, you know what it is.
Has this been This has been.
It has been, I think, another episode of the UFO Garage. Yeah, he knows.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh, he came in.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hey. Hey, man. Talk to y'all later.
You ever put on a banana in my tailpipe? Hey, man, you put on a banana in my tailpipe? Psst, psst, psst. You put on
Peace, y'all.
Later.